Welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a hair tutorial. My name is Amanda Hill. I'm so glad that you guys are here. We're going to be covering something a little bit different today. We're going to go with a super sleek hair and how I keep volume at my roots. So we're going to use a couple of tools today. This is my favorite root volumizer. It's really tiny and tight. It's kind of like the crimper we used back in the 80s, but this is even tinier so that it creates really good texture and volume right at your roots, and it has heat. The heat options are key because if you have fine hair or if you have color treated hair or really coarse hair, it gives you options in which to create good root volume texture. So this is definitely a must. Swipe up to grab it. The other tool I find really important is the heat protectant. You guys, anytime you're doing your hair, it's super important to protect it from heat damage. So this one is one of my faves. You can grab it as well. If you've never used blow dry clips, these are literally the best. I'm obsessed with them. So I'm gonna part my hair and keep one side all the way over here so I can work with just one side to get it sleek and straight all at the same time. So we're gonna start with the roots. That's gonna be our number one. I'm gonna create a secondary part away from my root part right in the center so that it covers the texture and the volume I'm gonna put in there. And I'm gonna keep some of the baby hairs here in the front so that it covers it as well. So this is where we're gonna be working. I'm gonna take this section right here and I'm gonna spray it with a really light whole hairspray. You guys can snag this one as well if you're looking for one. Okay, once that is like kind of dried there a bit, I'm gonna take the volumizer right down to my root and give it a nice tight clamp, as close to my scalp as possible. If you have a really sensitive head, it could burn. Okay, I'll get close here so you can see. See how this is like really textured? It's really close together right now too because I have that light spray in it. But if I take this apart, you can see like how much volume that creates. Okay, I'm just gonna flip that over to the back and then I'm gonna pull another piece here and give it a spray. And basically I'm going to repeat and flip down to about here so that I create enough volume all the way down that it holds it throughout the entire week. Okay, so you can see volume, no volume. It's crazy how well this works, and it keeps your hair cleaner and away from your scalp, so I love, love, love that. Now I'm just gonna use this adorable flat iron. How cute is this? I am just obsessed with this, like matte blush. It's so on brand for me. Anyways, I can adjust the heat on this. I have it turned up fairly high because I like it to be really shiny and straight. Okay, I'm gonna clip up half of my hair with the blow dry clips again, and I already put on my heat protectant, so we know that that's there. I'm gonna use a comb, like a fine tooth comb, and get it in place, and I'm gonna follow behind it. Okay, the trick with having your comb in front of it and combing as you go down is that it gives you a shinier, sleeker look, and it combs through the hair as you're going down. So it just creates a good palette for it to get really sleek. So that smoothness happens because it's being brushed as you're sliding down through it all the way to the tippy ends. Isn't that crazy? Like it just gets super, super shiny. I love this. So I'll take out my clip here and I'm going to repeat and do the same thing with this layer of hair, and then I'll kind of just blend them right together at the end. But it'll just get really shiny, sleek. I like to work with sections that kind of just fit into the comb really well. That way you're just like getting it to lay all the same as you're pulling down through it. And you'll be able to see. Okay, clamp and repeat on the next side. Remember, heat protector, ladies. This is important when you are putting this much heat onto your hair. You want to protect those babies. I'm also adding the texture at the top up here. I did straighten this bottom part but then remembered I didn't put the texture in. So I'm doing that now. It's happening. I didn't forget. It's crucial to this hair last. Then just back to the straightening and making it shiny. See how this is like perfect and then this one's kind of a little wavy? I go in with the baby hairs right at the front. I like to take the baby hairs that are a little bit more fine and I pull them in the front to go down. This helps them to like lay in the sides here that just blend and look more sleek. Okay, so that is how I create a really sleek hair that lasts a little bit longer, because I feel like sometimes when you wear your hair straight, it starts to look greasy faster, but the volume at the root and the little bit of hairspray helps. Okay, 2 more tips to having sleek hair that lasts a little bit longer. See how I have like some baby hairs that are standing up? I'm gonna take my hairspray and a cheap toothbrush that I keep for just this purpose. Spray it with hairspray and use it right. I'm literally going to go right onto those baby hairs with this toothbrush and hairspray. And the fine tooth of the toothbrush, like the fine tooth combs on it, is what makes those baby hairs stay right flat to your skin. I know your mind is literally blown right now, but that is kind of key to having the really Kim K straight, sleek hair, is to having all those baby things lay flat down. So you can finish it off with some hairspray to hold it as well. Like I said, straight hair doesn't last as long as like beachy waves and curls do. It just tends to look greasy faster. So if you want to get an extra day, just take your front ends and pull them tight behind your ears. You can totally get away with another day of hair, even if it looks a little bit greasy, because it can just look shiny and really sleek pulled to your face. So just take that time to part it, take it behind your ears, spray it down a little bit more. Just by tucking it behind your ears, it will give you a whole nother day with this style, because I do know that straight hair tends to look greasy way faster. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial on super sleek Kim K hair.